Hey everyone, today I'm going to tell you somewhat of a story. If you are fans of JTH 10,000 and me, you've probably seen this already on his channel. The story of how I became brony. Now, yes, the shirt means brony. It means I watch a cartoon. I watch a show for little girls called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and I'm proud of that. But the thing is, I want to explain, how it happened and why I still watch it to this day. Back a while, it must have been around October of 2011, I think it was the 15th of October. I was at school and a few of my friends said, Tails, have you ever seen a show called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic? And I was like, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Well, you think you'd go home and watch it? I'm like, why would I want to? It's a show for 5-year-olds. So they said, well, humor us, go home and watch it, tell us what you think. I was just like, okay, what I'm probably acting like a lot of normal bronies would have acted, guys before they were bronies, saying, why would I give a rat's patootie about a show for 4-year-olds? So I was at home that night, and I figured, what the hell, I'll humor them, and I'll tell them that it sucked. I'll tell them it's a show for 4-year-olds, and I'm not interesting. So I put on episode 1. I think the first episode. What's the episode? I think the first episode is called Friendship is Magic. First episode is a 2-part episode. So I'm watching part 1, and it's explaining about the elements of harmony, Nightmare Moon, and all that stuff. And the episode ends, and I was just like, okay, well, good animation. I guess the plot design is pretty good. I guess it wouldn't hurt to watch part 2 just to finish it up. So I watched part 2, and I couldn't help but notice that during the scene against Nightmare Moon, it was like epic. It was just straight up epic. Like they're floating in the air and their elemental necklaces are glowing, and then Twilight's eyes goes completely Broly legendary Super Saiyan, just turn completely white. That was a stupid reference, but I don't care. But it turns completely white. Why am I holding my razor in my hand? And then the rainbow shoots out of them and just destroys Nightmare Moon. I was like, wow, that was pretty interesting. So I decided to watch episode 2. Well, I guess it would technically be called 3, but I don't know. But I watched that episode, and I watched the next one, and then the next one. And by I think it was the 10th episode, I was just sitting there like, why am I watching this? Why am I enjoying this? This is a show for 3-year-olds. I'm an adult. Why am I watching this? And then I realized, oh my god, I like the show. I'm a brony. I'm a brony. I was like, at first, I was like, oh god, what am I doing? I was like terrified to show it. I was like, I don't want anyone to know that I'm a brony. It's my secret. I can't let anyone I can't have anyone know. Then the months passed, and I started thinking, why hide it? Why hide the fact that I like this TV show? Does it honestly matter that I like a show for 3-year-olds? I don't think so. So I started small. I told my mom first. No, I told my grandfather. My grandfather was the first person I told that I was a brony, and he accepted it. Me and him are really close. And then I told my mom and my stepfather, he accepts it, but he'll rag me every once in a while. But the one person I was terrified of telling was my father, because I didn't want him to think anything, ill of me, like think that I was gay or anything, and I couldn't say it to him, so I wrote it down in a note. I think I might have the note. You know what? If I find it, I'll show it to you. But I handed it to him the one day, and I walked upstairs into my room here, and I waited. I went downstairs. We had dinner, and I looked at the table, and I saw that there was another note written on the table, and I have it hanging up because it means a lot to me. Give me one moment. It's okay. So he wrote this note, and it says, Tails, you are the weirdest child that I've ever met in my entire life. Not for watching what some call a kid's show, but for being afraid to tell me about it. I love you and all the weird things you do. Your father, and I'm not, and Tails Hero Sr. after reading this, I'm telling you, I burst out. I cried because it showed that my father accepted it. I mean, he doesn't really like it. He doesn't think that, you know, a guy my age should be watching this kind of stuff. But I've got plenty of friends. I have a friend who's 22 years old and he watches the show. You know, I've seen people on YouTube and stuff like Dusty Krat, the manliest brony in the world. The guy, I think he's in his 40s. The guy's one of the most amazing bronies I've ever seen. Jax Blade. That guy is so cool. He's like a 6-foot tall MMA fighter, and he's a brony. And he loves DBZ too. By the way, Jax Blade, if you're seeing this, I love DBZ as well. But yeah, that's basically the story on how I became a brony. And the reason why I like the show is because it's not really like a kids show. Like it has like sometimes there's like references, like adult references in the show, and it's funny. Like the comedy is great. Like for instance, the one character, Pinkie Pie. Oh my God, she's a card. You can't stop laughing when you're watching her. She's crazy. Party cannon. Ah! But you know, my personal favorite character is Rainbow Dash. Hence the shirt and the brony band. But you know, why? The show is awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. And you're probably gonna say, let me guess, it's awesome. But no, the animation is fantastic. So you can't just assume things, people. But the show is just it's a fun show to watch, and I enjoy it. And you know what? Haters gonna hate, but the bronies will love and tolerate. So that's the story. You know, it's not like I'm trying to get it off my chest. You know, I got it off my chest with a JTH, but this is my own personal channel, so I figured I'd do it. So yeah, Tails the Hero is a brony, and he's proud of it. Keep calm and brony on, every pony. So I guess I'll see you every pony in my next video. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing next, because this is just basically a small account for me. But yeah, I'll see every pony later. You know, Brohoof to all my bronies out there. See you later.